Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of me playing old games. Or no, this is me playing new games. My Monday stream is me playing old games. Today I'm not playing an old game. I'm playing a fairly new game. I guess a year old or so is still considered new. We're getting back into Pillars of Eternity. This is my fifth session of playing this game. And for those of you who aren't watching or haven't watched before, I'm playing this pretty much blind. I no walkthroughs, no. I have zero knowledge of the story beyond what I've gotten to so far. So far, this is a pretty cool game. The only real good information I have on it is that it's, number one, very pretty. And number two, very reminiscent of games like Baldur's Gate and Icewind Dale, like the old top or isometric view D&D games from the late 90s, early 2000s. I'm also drinking a Moscow Mule. Well, kind of a Moscow Mule. It's an improperly prepared Moscow Mule, and I should be ashamed of myself. But it's ginger beer and vodka and some lime juice, so I'm not that ashamed of myself. That was a lot of vodka for how much ginger beer I put in that. Whew. So this this may just wind up being a drunken playthrough of Pillars of Eternity, because that's how I roll on this show. I guess that's it. I don't have anything else to say, and you people there watching probably don't want to hear me just ramble on. So let's go ahead and continue the game from where we left off last time. Let me ingest some more alcohol. If I was a real professional, I would probably have already gone through all the load screens and started the game and blah 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 before I actually started going. But I'm not. I like to make you guys watch the intro screen while I'm setting everything up, and the load screens while I start the game, because I'm a jerk. It's what I do. You may or may not be able to hear on the stream my wife just arriving home after walking our dogs, who, by the way, are assholes. My dogs are assholes. All right. Here we are. So it's been a week since I've touched this, and since it's been a week, I should probably take a look at my journal and see what the hell I'm doing. Alright, the spirit of Caldara de Bronzi. God, I love fantasy names. One of Lord Redrick's unfortunate victims has directed me toward Caed Nua, where I will find a man named Merwald. Caldara has informed me that I have become something known as a Watcher, and that this Merwald is a Watcher as well. Perhaps he can tell me more about what's happening to me. I realize that despite having not warmed up, I still have a really weird tendency to slip into actor voice while I do this. So that's my, that's at least one quest. And then I have the Trials of Durance. Durance is one of my companions. I met a strange priest in Magrin's Fork who claims we have something to gain from questioning one another. Alright. Fragments of a Scattered Faith. Adair has agreed to travel with me. He seems to have some questions he thought a Watcher might be able to answer. Bring Adair to speak with Merwald. So pretty much two of us heading to this Merwald guy, and one of us just tagging along so that we can chitty chat, I suppose. Let's get the hell out of here. I'm still running around with my phantom pig. I don't get the phantom pig, but he's kind of adorable, so he gets to stick around. It's raining outside. Alright, let's see where the hell I have to get to. So, here we are in Gilded Vale. Mogren's Fork is where I met up with Durance. We had previously, in the last show, like this is a podcast or something, the last time I was playing this game, we'd gone down and dealt with Anslog's Compass, which was pretty awesome. Until, funny story, apparently the seagull sounds and sea, like, ocean waves crashing somehow matched some random song that's in YouTube's content ID system. So I got my entire video muted for a little while until I disputed the copyright claims. But there's no option for, like, hey, content ID fucked up. All they have is, like, a bunch of options that say I've got permission for this, or I'm the rights holder, or this is fair use. Which I suppose it is fair use, but also content ID fucked up. So YouTube, if you're watching, you should probably have an option for, hey, we fucked up. And Sadie, one of our jerk dogs, is behind us. Anyway, so southward, we're gonna head to to Mogren's Fork, and then across to the east to Caed Nua. I have no idea how many different areas we're gonna have to cross between here and there. Mm-hmm. 4 hours. 4 hours. It's not actually that long when you're hiking. I just went on a hike last weekend, and it was quite lovely and quite wet. I don't think we were there for quite 4 hours. We were there for 2, and it did not seem like that much. But I guess I'm not in a forced march, and I'm not exhausted. So, what the hell do I know? I'm not going to bother to be stealthy while we're just, like, wandering around through the woods. I should put it on fast mode, though, so that... So here's where I met Durance, right here at the crossroads. Statue of Mogren, goddess of war and flame. Dozens of names have been scratched into the stone at her feet. Supplicants seeking her blessing. And those are my jerk dogs running around behind me. So this trail leads back up to the north, and I don't think that's the way I want to go. I think I want to continue along this path to the east. We already explored this broken down ruin. Oh, there's the road. Barely even a road here. There we go. And, okay, so the next place we get to go is Black Meadow. That is either awesome or totally ominous. And I'm not sure exactly which one I'm going to go with here. It'll take me 4 hours to complete your journey from Mogren's Fork to Black Meadow. So that's 8 hours of travel so far. Liquor. All right. I should probably adjust. Here, let me pause this. I'm going to adjust my my layout here just slightly. No matter what I do, it's going to cover something up. Like, I recognize that, but I think it's probably a good idea to at least attempt to show you guys as much of what's going on as I can. So here we go. Now we're in uncharted territory. I have, let me... get some crafting materials here. No wonder they call it the Black Meadow. Oh. Oh, I have no idea what that is. That looks like a free, forest troll. Oh. That looks great. And by great, I mean, holy shit, that looks terrible. Okay. So, we're gonna Holy Radiance. I suspect that fire is going to be my friend here. Just... do that. I'm guessing... knock him down. Oh, here we go. Rolling flame. Gonna do that. You, I want out of there. Yes. So that sucked. That troll's injured. That troll's very injured. Oh, my main character did not get thumped, so that's good. You're gonna go in the back thing. What? Huh? Okay, I don't even know what happened there.
Let's go. Hey. Hey.
Yes.
Actually, I'm usually holding my own okay. I really expected that to go very well. Don't get too far to hit priest. Playing with the spells at this point. Like, these seem like fairly unimportant fights. So I'm totally. Nice. I didn't actually. I assumed that trolls were gonna be wicked hard to beat. But I really came out okay. Blood moss, huh? Let's go ahead and quick save that. I'm going to be a little more cautious at this point.
Steady does it.
Put it in fast mode just to... or not. Oh. Looks like a bandit camp up there. So I guess the fun thing to do would be to go and waste some bandits. Oh. Well, I guess that was short-lived. Go mess this guy up. I want you to definitely get in on him. Let's...
Yeah. That's it.
We have too many. This is not good for him. Let's switch you out with your staff. Or at least have some decent melee. You will switch out with your sword. You can have some decent melee. That is my asshole dog. What are you doing? Down. Okay, well that's not as bad as it could have been. Poor Durin's kind of got buggered. Lots of other things, huh?
Right. And what does the flame reveal?
Gold. Shipment crate, huh? Black hammer smithery. I think that will be useful. Those will be useful. Alright, let's take a look at our inventory now. What do we got? Some daggers. I love the stash because we can just like chuck stuff in there and not take up our slots. It's a little frustrating that a lot of it doesn't just default to going in there, but I think we can survive. Let's see. Vano's letters. Apparently he was a dude that wandered around an awful lot. And just got freaking hosed. What's the name of that place? The Compass. All those there. Fireball trap. You can have that as a quick item. Crafting materials and weapons that we're going to toss. All right. So as awesome as it is to have to do this, I think I have to go and see what the hell is going on with my dog upstairs. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the game, give myself a quick save, and again, my apologies, but I'm gonna run off and take care of that. Yeah, totally false alarm. My dog's just an idiot. Sorry about that. Let's get back to it. Alright, someone carved the initials TRS into the log. Greasy chicken bones rattle around the bottom of this crate. That sounds awesome. Well, let me loot that crate. Hopefully no more trolls pop up. Because that was... while it turned out to not be terrible, it was kind of frightening. Oh, what do we got? Oh, a witched, white. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know how to pronounce that word. Five of them. 6. All right. Get back to it. that guy up. My guy. Go fuck this person up. You, sorcerer. Go. I'm out of first level spells. What do I got? Necrotic Lance. Fetid Caress. That sounds awesome. I'm gonna cast it like right here.
What?
Whoa. I have a feeling. Did that whole. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's why you want a priest in the party. Because his holy radiance just slaughters them. That's pretty sweet, actually. So, this is, Durance killed. Hold on. I want to see how many Durance killed. Durance, Holy Radiance. Oh, is it not gonna let me open that up? No. No, let me make that, make it bigger. Oh, it's not gonna let me make it bigger. Okay. So, hold on, this is awesome. Oh, get back up there. I love that it logs everything that happens in the game, because you can Holy Radiance. There we go. So Durance activates Holy Radiance, interrupts 2 of them, and kills 1, 2, 3, 4 of them before anybody else can do anything. And that is freaking amazing. All right, now we can get back to the actual game.
Nice and quiet.
Sure.
Look at what's going on here. Believe me, oh. That was weird. I'm guessing that the thing seeing me in this is Iwertoden cart bristles with crossbow bolts, blood stains darken the cracked wood slats. I'm guessing that the bandits got that. Oh, we've got some bloodstains over here. Yeah. Alright, something hidden in there.
Worth a look.
Fine bow. That can go to him. Take those gold. That gold. Can I carry extra camping supplies? I don't think I can. I wish I could. I hope not, because that kind of... Oh, okay, no. Alright. So I can't take the camping supplies, and that's okay. Because that means I can come back and get them after I've camped. Giant spider. Let's wait just a second. Let's move up. Hopefully it's just the one. Nope. It's never just one. Alright. Let's take out the big one first. Durance, you know what you're doing. Aloth, you, there we go.
Hi?
Man, you start whooping on this game once you get some spellcasters in there.
Yeah.
With, like, decent spells. Like, first level is still, like, it feels like first level D&D, where your guys are kind of like, You launch a magic missile, and then you're like, well, that's done. But, man, once you start getting some, like, actual stuff, like,
Keeping
going
quiet.
on in this game. I want to take a look at. So I'm what, 4th level right now, 3rd and 4th, depending on who we're talking about. Okay, everybody's 4th level. Level gains are always so slow in these games, which I guess is fine. That means that the pacing of the game doesn't outpace your leveling, which is always kind of. We got another white. I'm gonna say that's white and not wicht. Although they certainly love their fantasy setting names in this, which I shouldn't make fun of. Those of you who are watching this possibly are also watching the Tuesday stream, which is all fantasy all the time. So, oh, another troll. Trolls. Let's avoid the troll. I'm not out to kill everything. I am much less afraid of whites now that I know how badass Durance is when it comes to dealing with them. I guess I should probably let them close ranks before I... There we go.
I'll let migrants
Yeah, because that's insane. I would... Oh, Fulvano's boots.
Yeah.
Who done gutted Fulvano's boots? They wind up in... Alright. +1 Constitution. Though never famed as he would claim, the Valian... Yes, Valian explorer Fulvano was known as an eccentric who wished to see the world. Where possible, he traveled by foot, wishing to gain a local's appreciation for the sights, sounds, and smells of the lands he passed through. In practice, however, Fulvano often claimed that his exploration proved only that the world outside of the Valen republics was a foul, smelly place that paled in comparison to his homeland. Thus, this pair of boots is said to have belonged to Fulvano, and the initials burned into the leather would seem to bear that out. Fulvano was very particular about his boots, for they had to endure a great deal of use, and they were constructed to be as hardy as their wearer. Cool, who gets some magic boots? Do I give them to my main guy? Yes. Why not? What's he got? Gon's Pledge. Ring of Faith. Fulvano's Gloves. Can't remember if I have any more of Fulvano's stuff. Let's see. Scroll of Nature's Mark. Causes enemies in the area of effect to glow with pale green light, making them easier targets. Okay, affected enemies suffer decreased deflection and reflex.
Yeah.
Laying low.
Those whites would probably be much more frightening if I wasn't running around with a priest. Another forest troll. Oh. Oh shit. So that's a thing that happens. Alright. What do we got going on? Knockdown. You. No, don't go. Don't go knocking him down. Just go attack him. You. I'm gonna need to rest here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Lavaru beyond seek!
I'm out of spells. So the troll recovers a little bit. I know, right? The music in this game is amazing. Also, hi, Freddy. It's good to see you.
All right, then.
Huh?
If I
Light, flame, and sound.
if I caught right, one of the Geek and Sundry RPG actual plays. I think it's Critical Role. I may have heard it wrong, but I think it was Critical Role doing. They play music in the background while they're doing their D&D session, and if I saw right on Twitter, they said that they were going to be using some of the music from Pillars of Eternity because it really is fantastic. This has a fantastic soundtrack. We got here? The bones feel as hard as stone, yet surprisingly light. So this really goes a long way to explain exactly what happened here. A large swath of frickin' fire damage that just wrecked this this region, and then the bones of a dragon. And I won't lie, it's that kind of stuff that keeps me coming back to games like this. Another troll. Yeah, it is epic feeling, and it felt my scatter crawling between the beast's teeth. Oh, multiple dragons. That's even better. It's not just that it feels epic, it's that it feels like... damn it, ran straight into one. Yeah, it's that the world feels lived in? That's not what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Knock down. You activate that. Do one of the only things that you really have.
Aye?
Yeah, then I can just use it.
What? I'll let Margaret's fight.
It's always satisfying when you end the fight on a crit or whatever it is that triggers them to
Keeping an eye out.
explode into little chunks of body parts. I'll tell you what, when I played Baldur's Gate and all of those games, I really didn't take the time to go around and fully explore maps. You know, I did an awful lot of just, you know, get to where I'm going and be done with it. And I don't feel that that need to push through quite so much. And it could be just sort of an artifact of them. Oh, what the hell is that? Forest lurker. That sounds amazing. Let me save that. Nothing says awesome. Jump into a fight with a thing that you've never fought before. Completely out of spells. Oh, another forest. God damn it. All right. At least I know that they're not the worst. Let me. Alright. You go tangle with them.
Hey.
Oh shit, too. Alright. Endurance. Right here. And he can activate that.
Yeah.
How may I help?
Let's have it out!
How may I help?
go
Right.
closer.
Mow it.
Hey,
Let's go.
These ones are in for a walloping. Curses.
There we go.
Yeah.
So, if you're gonna get back to it, I recommend, and this recommendation is based entirely on hearsay, so plenty of salt with anything that comes out of my mouth as usual. But if you're at all interested in the DLC, then you should probably get that before you get, like, before the game is beaten, because apparently it's one of those things that you can't really go back and do it. You would have to start a new game and then go explore the DLC. And judging by the quality of this game, at least so far, then I would say it's probably worth I don't know, $14 or $15 for the expansion. I think I picked it up on a Steam sale, and I can't remember how much I paid for it. But I also know that the second part of the DLC campaign is still is coming out in, I think, March. For the White March Volume 2. Nothing as classy as responding to text messages while I'm streaming a video game playthrough.
Laying low.
All right.
Yeah.
So I've pretty much explored the whole map at this point.
Sure.
I think I'm gonna get back down to the road, and then I'm gonna go ahead and camp. Yeah, there we go. I love the idea that this is a place where two dragons got into a fight and both of them died. That's hot. No pun intended, with all of the fire damage around. Pretty fire. Oh. You awake to the sensation of being shaken, and you open your eyes to see Adair standing over you, his hand jostling your shoulder. He looks concerned. Your eyes are heavy and your vision blurred, the vague unease of unremembered nightmares clouding your thoughts. You are not sure you slept at all the previous night.
hey, hey! You're awake? Good. You were kind of thrashing around, eyes rolled back in your head. You were shaking. I'm trying to snap you out of it for a long time now. Thought I was gonna have to get a bucket of cold water. You don't seem like you get much rest at night. You got those dark circles under your eyes.
Not lately. At night there are dreams and whispers. Yeah, do I sound like a crazy person? I think I sound like a crazy person.
Well, it's the Watcher thing, then. I'm sure it just takes some time to adjust, is all. I'll try to let it sort itself out. But you'd better wake up faster next time. Trust me, you don't want that bucket of cold water.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're looking out for me. Let's go ahead and save this game. Okay, looks like I can head straight. It'll take me 18 hours to complete your journey from Black Meadow to Caed Nua. Yes, I do want to do that. The character sheet contains all of the details about your party members. It also features a list of all your personal and party statistics, including reputations. Because apparently reputations are part of the game. Oh, quest updated. Knock my pop filter off, why don't I? Alright. Let's take a look. Journal. Let's enter the keep. There it is. Caed Nua is impressive in size, but little else. The keep is in complete disrepair. Hey, thanks for stopping by. It's always nice to see you in particular, but anybody watching this live and chatting with me. But if old Merwald is still lord of this place, then I am likely to find him within.
Right.
I'll see what I can find.
There is no possibility of anything terrible happening while I cross this bridge. Well, cheerful humming. That sounds pretty good. Can I do it with a gun? A gun? Kana. Just off the side of the path in Caed Nua stands an imposing figure. A tall, thick-set Almawa. I'm never going to pronounce any of these names right. Clad in worn armor and peering up at the outer walls of the keep. In his hand is a small piece of charcoal, and it works feverishly at taking notes upon a small scrap of paper. More than once he has to reach up to prevent his colorful cap from falling off his head as he gazes upwards. That moldy brickwork must be fascinating. The man looks over at you, blinking in surprise. His face splits in a wide and very toothy grin, and he waves the parchment in greeting.
It is. Well, not the wall itself, perhaps. The construction is very traditional. There are names scratched upon some of the bricks. Just there. Workers and masons, I expect. Carving a little immortality for themselves. It's a fine keep, Caed Nua. 2 centuries to its name, and abandoned for nearly as long. But the truly interesting part is in there, and I haven't had much luck in reaching the keep itself. I hoped to find the master of this place, a man by the name of Merwald, but it seems that he either holds his privacy most dear, or else has been devoured by his house guests.
That sounds awesome, I think. I came here looking for Merwald as well. Merwald.
Oh, truly? Then perhaps we can help one another. The grounds are infested with all manner of beasts. I've never seen the like. I didn't want to risk it alone, but you seem capable. Together, I'm sure we could manage it. And then we can both ask our questions of Merwald.
Sure, man. Join in.
I seek a great treasure, you see. Not gold or silver, but the Tanvi Oratoa. You might call it the Book of Virtues. It's a sacred text of the Rauatai, but we possess only a fragment of it. A year I've journeyed in search of the rest, and I uncovered evidence that leads me to believe the original lies just there, beneath the keep.
Why would this Tanvi Oratoa be here in Deerwood? Precisely, that is the very question. It is a long and twisting tale, my friend, all good chance should be. I can tell you more if you wish it in time.
Excellent. Lead on, my friend, and I will be at your heels. Ah, wait. Speaking of that, I ought to warn you first. Wondrous teeth, I nearly forgot. I have, at times, been followed. It began in Adir, and in Exometal they attacked outright. I believe they do not wish for me to find what I am looking for. I say believe, but I have been told as much by one of my would-be assassins. I pay them little mind. Humorless sorts in long robes. But it's why I bought the sword, you see. And it's only fair that you should know.
What are a few assassins between friends? That's the best line.
I'm glad you're not discouraged. Come then. Who knows what we will find inside?
That's pretty great right there. Yeah, what's a couple assassins? You seem like a nice guy. You seem like a fine and trustworthy fellow. Would you like to join our quest? Time and Tide. Kanarua and Almaua from the northern islands of Rauatai have come to Deerwood in search of a sacred text, the Tanvi Oratoha, or Book of Virtues. After a long year's search, he believes that he has tracked the text to a tablet buried within the buried ruins beneath the keep of Caed Nua. He is eager to explore the ruins and has asked for my assistance in doing so. Until then, he seems happy enough to accompany on my travels, though he has sheepishly admitted that this is in part due to his being pursued by mysterious assailants. All right.
Yeah.
So I think at this point, it behoves us to take a look at the map. Standing outside the castle here.
Right.
Laying low.
Yeah.
I'm a little concerned that things could go very sideways very quickly at any given moment. Sometimes exploring places like this are kind of like putting together a puzzle. I say that because I just put together a puzzle with my 5-year-old this morning. And by put together with my 5-year-old, I mean I put together a puzzle and he put in like 1 or 2 pieces and then pretended that the pieces were dogs. It's a little frustrating. But I guess that's kind of what it is. All right. One shattered cask still smells faintly of ale long spilled into the dirt. That is the saddest thing I've read in this game so far.
Yeah.
Apparently there's no way into this little outbuilding.
Right.
It's amazing how quickly, when you're playing this game, if you've played the old Black Isle BioWare Aurora engine. I think it was the Aurora engine games. Might have been Infinity Engine. I can't remember what they called their game engine. But you sort of get back into the habit of how that system works.
Old and dry, with cobwebs in every crack. It reminds me of Woodica.
I think that's another god. He's kind of a dick. Alright. So I know there's at least shadows here. Got ourselves a... Oh, another shadow. God, here I was trained as an actor and I can't even remember. Amphitheater. God, a bunch of them. Fucking hate shadows. Well, I guess I can't really... Like, I'm gonna have to fight them no matter what. So... Let's, just drop the pretense here. And... There, you can go and attack him. And you can go and attack him. Let's see. What you got, Kana? Counter spells. Oh, I gotta wait for combat.
Hey.
Yeah. Alright, well, now at least we're in combat.
How may I help?
All the blades. Oh, apparently they're immune to it. What do I got? Flanked. Flanked and dazed? That sucks. Alright, and you... And he's got a gun. Let's start taking...
Stand!
Oh.
Hey.
Oh, there's a will-o-wisp there.
Following your lead. Your tail ends in...
These ones are in for a wallop! I shall deal. These ones...
We're all good now? Looks like we're all good now. Frayed lengths of rope and a few flint chips are scattered across this workbench.
Hey.
Let's see what lies this way.
I guess I should talk to my guys at some point. I wonder if I can do that now. Let's make a quick save, and I'll see if I can chat with my buddies. What is it you want to ask this Watcher? Just some things about the past, about the war. I love how he's, like, they haven't presented as this total hayseed. It's great. I've been thinking I missed my chance to find out what I wanted to know. That old Watcher, though, he opens up some new possibilities. Wondering about Aethys.
It makes two of us.
What is there to know about
If
him?
you're looking to find religion, maybe you want to start with a god that hasn't been burned to dust, but I won't stop you. Aethys, he was a young man with a silver crown. carried a candle around with him. Sounds like I'm giving a bad eulogy here.
He was a lot of different things to different people, I guess. Rebirth, redemption, light. Out in the country, he's gone. The farmer who helps all things pass, seasons and people both. He watches over the weak, is gone. Imbalance is made right. Sees imbalance is made right. You could see why all the copperless rowdies around here might take a liking to somebody like that. He was real popular here for a time. These days, you won't find too many worshipping Aethys in the open. It's hard to know who still does it in private and who's given up. Feels like I'm the last one sometimes. If that's the case, he deserves all the mourning. Why do you still worship
In my
him?
way. I don't suppose he expects me to show up at his temple these days. Not much left to do for him other than keep his memory alive and keep hoping that he's just been playing a joke on all of us these past 15 years.
As far as I know, he hasn't said anything to anybody since the Godhammer detonated. I worship him then. Well, if it turns out he's not dead and I gave up on him, I'd have betrayed my god twice. Even the god of redemption's gotta have standards. I'd probably be reborn as a fat Almao's horse. That's not really it, though. Not all of it, anyway. Guess it's more I still believe in the things he believed in. I just hope his death doesn't mean the death of those things as well. Sometimes it looks that way. What made you think Widewind didn't speak for Aethys?
Was his actions. I mean, not when he started his rebellion, and not even when he took over Raed Saris. It was when he sent his armies into Deerwood.
Up to that point, he was sticking up for people. That's what Aethys does. At least the gone part of him. Those farmers were starving and their government didn't lift a finger. I figured if it wasn't Aethys himself, at least he had the right idea. But then he sent armies across the border. Even crossed it himself in the end. Word was he was chasing refugees that escaped the rebellion, wanted to punish them and punish us for allowing them to live here. That just didn't fit for me. Those are the deeds of a vengeful god. Caed, or Woodica, maybe. Or just a man who'd lost his sense. I still have trouble believing it, but there's no one left to ask if it's true. Why'd you worship in the
Raised
beginning?
that way. My family's been Aethasian going way back. Suppose it wasn't much of a choice at first. Don't know for sure why my family started worshipping him. Probably because of Gon looking after folks like us.
He looks you in the eye, conspiratorial. Could just as well be that my ancestor did something so bad only Aethys could forgive. It'd explain a lot about where I got some of my less respectable traits. Did you only worship him because that's how you were raised?
Mm-mm. There was something I genuinely liked about Aethys. Always. Like he understood people better than the other gods. Knew all our flaws and weaknesses and accepted us for that. Folks are at their worst when they're afraid. A god like Aethys, he made you realize there was nothing to fear. Made you a better person. Of course, he goes away for a few years, and look what happens.
Tell me about the purges.
You sure you don't want to talk about something more pleasant? Like the War of Black Trees or the Legacy or something?
Excuse me. It's eye-opening. Seeing how naked you are when you've got no god to protect you. The Saints' War was a hard time to be a Deerwooden. People thought it was the end times. They'd talk big about how we were going to defeat a god, but I don't think there was a man from here to the White March that didn't think he was going to die. It does something to you thinking you're going to die at someone else's hands. There's a rage that comes, indignation. Imagine a whole country full of that. It might have been Coldmorn that started it, town near the border. They let Widewind march right on through. Rest of Deerwood cursed their names till the end of the war. Some say it was the Aethasians there that persuaded the town not to oppose the army. Others said it was just cowardice. It was like the Legacy that way. No one knew the real reason, so they just picked whichever one best suited what they wanted to believe. Either way, that town was burning before the ashes of Aethys hit the ground, and it felt good to the people here to be in control after being so helpless. So the fire spread, and a lot of us Aethasians went the way of our god. There were claims from the Church of Magran that she'd actually commanded the purges. I found that hard to believe, sounding to me like people doing what they wanted, wrapping their god around it like it was a cloak. And again, that's what I thought about Widewind. Let's talk about something
What's on your
else.
mind?
How about you? If you're sure.
Oh, other than the war, I never strayed too far from where you found me. Farming, mostly. I was never much for cities. Never learned a trade. In my younger days, I thought I was going to go preach the word of Aethys, just in our temple there. My parents encouraged it. I made so much trouble for them growing up. They used to say it'd be best if I got in good with the God of Redemption. Of course, us blowing him up probably didn't help my chances there. But if anybody'd forgive you for blowing him up, it'd be Aethys.
Did the people who killed her really
They,
try to kill you?
They did. It was strange timing, because we just won the war. They celebrated when I came home. There was music and dancing. Trumbull used half his grain making this big honey cake. I still dream about that cake. Like having the best lover of your life, but only for one night. They were all sorry to hear about my brother. Took a while for word of the purges to reach us. Aethasians being murdered in the streets. Cold morn and the like. No way would they let something like that happen in Gilded Vale. That's what they all said. But the weeks went by and the purges spread. Pretty soon they weren't so sure my brother fought for Deerwood. And they weren't so sure I did. Caught me by surprise after all the celebrating. Should have seen it coming after the tailor said he was going to fit me for some new clothes, but then all he wanted was my neck measurement. Nah, not that last part. But you had to think about it. Says a lot about the place I've been calling home all these years. I'm sure my parents are still wondering the same thing. The Aethasian purges were like this madness had come over the town, like a disease. Seems like when you see something like that, your instinct is to wait for it to pass, even when you know it probably won't. The family whose farm I worked on, they had a little Hollowborn girl. And they heard the Animancers had this cure, the Salvation it was called. They went running. This Salvation, they were putting animal souls in children. You might have heard about it, giving them enough personality to care for themselves. Well, you can guess how that turned out. Matter of time, the children broke down, became wild things, monsters. Anyway, these farmers put the family dog's soul in their little girl. For a while, the girl, she's making eye contact, she's feeding herself, albeit in a kind of messy way. And one day she snaps. They found her gnawing on her brother's bones. Had to chain her up, put her in a cow pen. Well, the mother, she wouldn't have anything to do with the girl after that. But the father, he'd visit every day, feed her chickens, toss water on her once in a while to get the dirt off. Most of the village, they'd whisper about him. Poor man, they'd say, sick with grief. He was just waiting for his daughter to look up one day and recognize her papa. He was waiting for her to get better. Didn't understand that at the time, of course, but these days I think about him a lot.
Just my parents now. They took a ship back to Idir when the purges started. Wanted me to go with them, but I didn't see things like they did. Been a long time since I've seen them. I really should visit, but for some reason I haven't much felt like leaving or going home. Good thing they chased me out, or I might never have left.
What's on your mind?
Let's keep moving.
Huh?
All right, now, and we all know a whole lot more about Adair. I kind of like Adair, which is weird because I'm personally not
Laying
much
low.
of a god's guy. Tangled wires and broken gears litter these wooden boxes. like some raised beds. Only weeds growing there. This. The hedges grow in shaggy heaps shot through with weeds and tall grasses. Man, there's a shit ton of will-o-wisps in here, huh? And another shadow. It doesn't look like I can go through the hedge maze. Alright. Let's... What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh. You need to get over there. You should probably start chanting. You should probably start.
Hey.
Following your lead. Fortek! Brave Dalfilathilim.
Right.
Oh shit. Phantom's like a shadow, only way more badass.
What?
It's a phantom. I think this guy is gonna attack me now.
Hi. Hey.
Just run around until it's done. I think that's about as good as that gets.
Lava beyond seek. Hi.
The Baru be up. Let's go.
How? Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
What do we got? Alright. Got a door we can go in? Sounds good. What's in here? Oh, my right hollow, huh? Am I still? Yes.
Keeping an eye out.
Still
Huh?
good. The sour odors of rancid grain and spoiled fruit permeate the air. Dust and rusted utensils cover the countertop. Old kitchens. Rats skitter among the broken stairs. Alright, so the stairs are broken. Can't get up there. Looks like an old busted-ass fountain in the middle of the room. The shelves creak under the books. Many of the covers are mottled with mildew. Library or sitting room of some kind. Cobwebs bind the remains of a broken alembic, a cracked mortar, and various shattered bottles and vials to the table. So it almost looks like a wizard or something lived here, maybe? Somebody who did some kind of experiments. On the plus side, it's empty, so I'd say that's all good. I don't really mean it's good, but alright, so here's the thing that I kind of want to check out. So there's stuff that you would think the game would sort of handle for you, and I don't know if it does. Here it's kind of... journal options. Is there a way to, like... automate? I don't know if there is. There's a fountain that is not empty. Alright. Looks like we're gonna have to fight the will-o-wisp. What else we got going on here?
Following your lead. Your tale ends here!
Yes?
These are in.
Oh. Man, I forgot to give him back his gun.
For a walloping!
Did I already win? Apparently I already won.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
God damn it, another will-o-wisp. And some fake Audra?
Yeah. Let's go. Oh.
How may I help? How may I help?
Hey. Lizard skins, knuckle bones, and teeth of various sizes lie among the weeds.
All right, then.
Let's see what lies this.
I don't suppose we could rest a spell.
Oh my god, you are the whiniest. One side of this pillar is graven with hundreds of whorls and ridges, even under a layer of grime and moss, the Audra gleams. Two shadows? Daddy, two shadows.
What?
Following your. Stand still! Following your lead.
Moe Ixi Ana.
Poor Aloth is gonna need
Right.
a little bit of rest.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
We got some church bells? If nothing else, like the areas, the setups for each of these maps are like they did a really good job of making them interesting. This trapdoor has been battered by the elements. Tucking on the rusted handle only produces a heavy rattling. It's... Oh yeah, that definitely, check it out, thumb, 4 fingers. Looks like that entire church is like being held in a massive hand. I guess like this. Which is pretty awesome. Ah, son of a bitch. More monsters. Flame blight. I don't like that. Two of them? At least they don't have very high perception or whatever sort of passage as perception.
What?
Yes? for Takoa!
Yeah.
Well, Eloth, I'm glad that you were right
Sure.
up there, making sure everything was all safe and shit. Another will-o-wisp. But it looks like I'm probably close to the keep proper. Sorry, which is good, because that means I'm actually getting close to where I'm supposed to be. There we go. Trying not to get it directly like up in my face so that you can't see what's going on. But on the other hand,
Leave our village! We've done nothing to you!
Brave Dalfilathili.
Let's go.
no, don't attack my friend.
Hey.
Yeah, get over there.
Sure.
And what does the flame reveal?
You can't do this!
Spectral smoke churns all around you. At first, you can see nothing except the haze, but gradually you make out the wizened, hunched shape of an old elven man. His face and bone-thin arms are smeared with paint. "You can't do this!" He shakes his head, spitting the words at you.
This is our village! Our home! The Nine Claws have lived here almost 50 generations. We were here long before your kind brought war to our lands. You can't just burn it all! Have mercy, soldier! Our warriors have all gone! You can't burn us all because of them!
He reaches out to you and opens his mouth to say something, but all that emerges is a series of violent coughs. He falls to his knees, choking on the thickening smoke. Flames overtake the vision as you back away. That looks like must be the keep proper. Yep, that is. Make sure that I'm not missing anything. Nope. And here we go. Food items cannot be used in combat, but can provide bonuses over a long period of time. The Old Watcher. The keep seems abandoned. There are spirits here, as there were in Gilded Vale. Creatures, too. It seems I will have to explore further if I am to find answers. The forest troll picture looks pretty dope. Phantom's level 3. Shadows have basically 30 hit points. Wicked. Upon the onset of Widewind's legacy, desperate families turned to animancers for help. Transferring a lost soul into a living body was out of the question for most, since almost all such transplants result in an immediate awakening of the transplanted soul. The soul would regain the memories of a previous life rather than that of a recently born child. Animancers were pressed to come up with a quick solution, though they cautioned against such haste. If an animal soul were put into a soulless child's body, the child might gain awareness, instinct, and volition. It was suggested that as animal souls possess less individual personality and memory than kith souls, the children might be able to grow into their new soul over time and imprint over the weaker animal spirit, thus developing into healthy children. Transplants were quickly performed throughout the Deerwood, and tens of thousands of afflicted children underwent the process. And then they went crazy and turned into monsters. Okay, so that's pretty awesome. And Zarups are basically kobolds. Will-o-wisps are basically pains in the ass.
Well, that's unusual.
What? Oh. Give that to my main guy. Inventory. Hey, main guy. There we go. Whispers of Yenwood. Yay! I think this is one of the first unique weapons that I've got. No, that's not true. I've got a couple of them. Let's compare it with my other one. Alright. So, this one does 13 to 18 slashing and piercing versus deflection. My regular sword does 14 to 21. 20% of grazes converted to hits. Okay, nice. Plus 5% accuracy against, or 5 accuracy against spirit. Plus 25 damage against spirit. So basically kill undead. Minus 3 will. So it does slightly less damage, and it'll hurt my will some. No, that's not what I want. Let's compare it to what he actually has. 15 to 21 versus 15 to 22. Plus 4 accuracy, though. So 1 point of damage down for better accuracy. Alright. That sounds like a legit change. Got compared to his fine S-stock. So they're basically the exact same thing. Okay. Won't worry about that then. Fuck the battle axe. We'll put the fine arbalest in his hand in case I need to do some range damage. shadows. Another... Son of a bitch. 2, okay. You... Start praying. You... Go after them.
Brave does not believe. I can...
I'll let Margaret's fire bless this.
No, I won.
Yeah.
And what does the flame reveal?
Alright, let's take a look at this. The gray and brown pelts of mice flit between the boards.
Sure.
The brazier's chains are rigid with dust. Looks like I have another door and a staircase going up. And nope. As you come to the end of a great hall, you perceive an inviting warmth radiating from a grand throne wrought out of marble, its masterful artistry out of place amidst the castle's more practical stonework. The veiled face of a woman is carved above the throne's backing, watching over the room with hollow eyes. As you approach, you feel the warmth fluctuate as though stirring. A voice rings out from the carving, permeating the fortress through stone and air.
Another watcher in Caed Nua, glowing very brightly indeed to these eyes. What strange happenstance.
I'm looking for Mayor Wald?
As am I. If you should happen to find him, I would be glad to know of it. Each day his absence brings new dust to my halls, new cracks to my stones. It's shameful is what it is. The Earl would never have let it come to this. You are free to search for him here. I will unbar the way.
Oh, nice. You said these were your halls?
Not as a land is its lord's, more as a child is its mother's. This castle was my design, you see. The Earl appointed me to do it. I was getting on in years. I knew it would be my only chance to build something magnificent. When it was built, I couldn't bring myself to part from it, to go back to my lonely home. I begged the Earl to let me stay, to take care of it. It was all I wanted, and he granted it. Years later, when Bereth's usher finally came calling, I begged the Earl to find a way to let me remain, and so he did.
Tell me more about Mayor Wald.
He was a great man. He came here one day, young with long hair and polished armor, and he banished the dark things that had come to lurk in this place after centuries of neglect. He could see the beauty of this place, the way it had been, so he claimed it for his own when no one else would take it. We worked together to restore it. But he began to grow distant some time ago. He never told me why. He retreated deeper and deeper into the keep, never leaving, sending servants for food, hiding himself from my sight. The restoration stopped. Now, to look at the place, you'd never know the progress we'd made. In most places, it's worse than it ever was. And all I can do is watch it crumble around me.
Are you imprisoned in that throne?
Imprisoned? At times it feels that way, I suppose. but it's more that I reside here. The throne was brought up from the ruins, one of the first things they found. As a last favor to a dying woman, the Earl arranged for me to be moved into it. Audra is an accommodating vessel for a soul. Oh, it's not as confining as it seems. I can feel the whole keep from here, and all things that are tied to it. There's something about this throne and its construction. Or maybe it's something about this place.
What Earl were you speaking of?
The Earl of Yenwood. The original, in fact, when Deerwood was a colony. He found this site, the only ruin Ere Glanfarth refused to defend, and he believed its wealth would be great. The keep was his way of defending his family's claim, and that claim became his obsession. He had to know what lay beneath.
Well, that sounds ominous and something that I will be exploring in the future.
He devoted his life to excavating the ruins below the keep. They had been sealed with rock and soil. Deliberately, it would seem. Years passed, and with them the Earl. He dug his entire life and never found what he sought. His obsession became his sons and his sons' sons. And one day, that young Earl broke through.
What did he find?
An endless maze, incomprehensible in its construction. But he would never come to learn more than that. Vile things had taken residence there, vile and dangerous. They poured up through the keep and slew its residents, the Earl among them. After that, the keep remained abandoned, unused, wasted. Meowall's mastery of this place was the first hope I'd had in 200 years. How I've longed to see it as it once was. I can only guess why all this has happened. I fear I've wronged the gods putting this place here, and they've doomed me to watch it wear away into dust. To witness my own folly.
Any idea where I can find Merwald?
I can feel his presence faintly somewhere deeper inside the keep. But he uses his gifts to confound me, and my senses are dulled while he does so. I only wish I could know his mind.
Excuse me.
Take care in your search. Many dangers lie in wait here.
Alright. But now, inside the keep I found a spirit entombed within the throne that sits in the Great Hall. That's a hell of a sentence. She has opened the way down into the depths of the keep in hopes that I might find Merwald somewhere below. Alright. I'm going to take this as an opportunity to have some chats
Yes?
with some characters in my party. Let's see, how many of you have service? I've already seen all of this stuff, I think. The sense of dignity and responsibility that comes with that. Of course, there's baggage as well. Excuse me. Our imperial past is still fresh in the minds of many, as you may have noticed here. I see. Alright, nothing new there. I should probably talk with Durance, because since that's my quest with him. Thought I felt your eyes on me. Now come the words.
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skidding your knuckles on the wrong door.
Why were we supposed to meet? The why of it is you're a watcher. A watcher runs two roads of why. For me, it's more a matter of what. There was a time when I wouldn't have spared a thought for your words, or even bothered with you, but now seeking out watchers is what I do, to put the truth to them, see which of the two ways they bend. Truth? What kind of truth? Either you're a dry field in need of a harvest burning, or you're lost in the darkness. Either way, you can see differently from others. He gives a half smile, then his tone becomes accusing. I can tell by the way you've noticed the staff first off. Not many can see it at first, nor the etchings or the flames, but your eyes trace the path, that I could see. So which are you, a dry field or lost in darkness? The day we don't trade that question back and forth is the day our paths no longer need to be joined, and the trial is done. So you don't know either. You know this nation is diseased. Don't need to be a watcher to see it in the children, the politics, the men that stalk the roads with knives in hands and murder in their eyes. This land needs life again, new seeds planted in the burned soil. And something tells me you can see the path to making that future happen, Watcher. Your kind always does. So then, we need to make sure you see truly now. This nation, its people, don't need any more lies blinding them, nor do I. You test a truth. You don't blindly accept it. How do you plan to test me? Sharing the road, of course. One truth to match another, matching each other's pace, keeping rhythm. Other priests can keep their teachings and rantings. For my faith, my teaching, sharing the road is a simple, hard truth. And when you knock one truth against the leg of another, why, both legs stand firm. But now, if you strike a lie at the knee with the same force, you make a cripple with but one leg to stand on. Is that why you carry that staff? Is that why Durrance is about to launch another volley of words, blinks, then rolls his head back and laughs deeply, the laughter coming until it seems the air will run out of his lungs, until it seems forced. Perhaps your words are worth listening to, Watcher. He frowns, any trace of humor gone, but the truth will win out. Keep pace and we'll see. Let me ask you about something else.
The cost of troubling me seems to worry you little.
Tell me about Magrin. Oh, you know her, you must. She's a many-headed bitch.
She's a goddess, as fickle as they come, and with all the failings you'd expect of an empress and a whore. Too many eyes, too many wants, too much to hold on to. That's the failing of a god. More aspects than words to describe her, like most of them. A god with many nations to oversee, only serves to spread herself too thin.
Although flame rarely crosses twice, so perhaps that is the only truth she embraces. Who knows, gods get greedy. When it comes to fire, fire is a god's hunger. What are aspects? War transforms, fire consumes, trials purify, warfare, fire consuming, purification, and most of all transforming. Trials as well, but all things are put to the test anyway. A trial can consume, purify, transform. They're all linked, although at its heart is the flame, and the flame is what matters. It is the source of all things. Guess they should have started with that, eh? Any fool around a campfire knows that. Without flames, fire, we would have made little progress in the dark. To hear some of the inner fires tell it around the hearth and bellows, even in the halls of Ashfall, you'd think that fire brought life to man and that fire was Magrin. Some of the older texts say she rubbed her hands together and they burst into flame, or another god shafted her like a poker. Mine is only one sight among many. Durrance frowns, pauses, then his eyes take on an eager gleam. But here's one. I can speak to how the losing side sees her, and that should tell you enough. Let me speak to what an Idiran sees. What does an Idiran see? The Idirans have a proper, polite translation for her. Excellence in war, tactical discipline. That is why they lost the fucking colony, of course. They were properly still quoting that while we had them bent across the decks. All their guns and cannons are fine, but useless when your staff is cracking light into their skulls, dispensing red gifts left and right. Idirans call that elevation, divine awareness. Those words are welcoming as shit on one's boots, and that's all they took back with them while they were running. A lesson learned at the wrong time. Almost feel a pang of sympathy for them. Almost. Lesson? What do you mean? The title of a god isn't knowing a god. Adhering to words rather than walking the path, testing yourself in the heat of it. Walk until the words are stripped away and you feel it burning in your heart. That is the lesson. That idea and politeness, that pretty adherence to the word of scripture as they saw it, that burned their ships, scarred them, kept them running throughout the Deerwood campaign. Divine awareness. There's no true faith in waiting to be tested. The best in battle have already shit themselves plenty, shit themselves until they're dry and can focus on the killing. Alright, you're good.
I suspect the answers will seed more questions.
Region and its history?
That's a curse that runs deeper. It's a god hammer of a different sort. And like the god hammer, it was made by men's hands.
All things have a price. Left unchecked, faithlessness, virtues, it leaves marks on souls until souls don't have the strength to enter bodies that are pure. Animancers, ciphers, all who play games with the fabric of souls are to blame for the barren field they leave behind. Even watchers can do the same. Some simply watch, others try to weave souls, guide them as surely as Widewind across Evan Dewar. Blah 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 blah. That is why I correct the Hollowborn when I find them, and the ones whose hands have led to this seed being spilled on the ground. Correct the Hollowborn?
There are fewer souls. There are more vessels. It is simply equaling of the process.
So it doesn't bother you to end them.
I feel more remorse in putting down a slathering hound. A wict? Less than a mongrel in its misery. Murder is a kindness, not a crime. Always has been. I would sooner put the blade to those who are to blame instead. If any spirits should be punished, it's theirs.
And who's to blame? The fields of the Deerwood are filled with weakness ripe for those that play with souls, minds, animancers and their kind. Watchers, too. They bear more of the burden than their victims and more of the punishment. Every year has seen a new crime, the Saints' War, the Hollowborn, and the Salvation. There's no proof the Watchers are to blame for these events. There are few who can shape a soul in such a fashion, and any Watcher, any true Watcher born in the Deerwood, would be able to see the crime even if they did not cause it. Silence itself is damning. Why don't you end me then?
Murder you? I would not grant you any of them. The mercy I grant the Hollowborn. You would not be deserving of it.
You'd equate murder with mercy?
Murder is an old word. Mercy is letting a soul fly free to the next body. True punishment? Ruining someone to their soul. Crack their spirit like you would crack their skulls with a staff. Beat them. Hurt them in mind and body. So their souls become shards. But you leave it inside the vessel, like a bag of glass, to either choke on it or pass it through their bloody stool. Then, leave it in the body to think on it, like planting a new field with the right seed.
That sounds like you're committed
Many
to memory.
marks may I make upon your flesh, but flame leaves marks that cannot heal. Magran doctrine dictates true punishment is one that remains in memory, in the soul, in the flesh. Even should the victims die, slowly or swift, sometimes by their own hand afterwards, the lesson lingers, burned in their flesh.
That seems harsh.
Have you seen a man branded by flame? He remembers it always, in every waking movement. It is a lesson writ in the only ink and vellum that matters, blood and flesh. One can burn the soul as well. It is an art, and I do not take pleasure in it, but there is more at stake here than forgiveness. Many of Aethys's faith were punished in the purges following the Saints' War, and the ones that harmed children, they suffered worse.
What do you mean?
We did what must be done. Wherever they were rooted out, their souls reclaimed. And if they couldn't be reclaimed, we ensured they would never inhabit another body.
Doesn't want to talk to me anymore. That was awkward. All right. Clearly Durance is a crazy man.
Right.
Oop, that's not what I wanted to do.
Following your lead.
I got 2 exhausted people.
Sure.
So let's save the game here. And we'll rest. Oh, I can't camp here. Well, that sucks. Alright.
Hello? Hello?
Huh?
Nothing there.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
There's my little soldier. Been out playing soldier again, have we? Go wash up and come help me shuck these peas.
I like how every, farmer sounds like they're from the American South. That's great. She turns from you long enough to produce a basket that, like her, is shimmering and semi-transparent. And no complaints, you've got to eat your vegetables if you want to grow up... Sound like Bill Clinton. You've got to eat your vegetables if you want to grow up strong and be a real soldier one day. Just like we agreed, right?
Soldiers are important people. They defend the weak and punish the wicked. You're too young to understand now, but there are lots of wicked people. People like the man who murdered your father. Before you were born, the Glanfathans attacked settlers like us. They said we'd knocked over some of their special Adra rocks. That's why they call it the Broken Stone War. They got very angry, and so they came into our villages and killed many people. Your father was one of them.
That's what I said.
That's why you'll be a soldier one day. To protect and to avenge. Why don't you go back out and play? I'll finish up here.
All right. Shit gets dark.
Margren's fire casts light in dark places.
The silver trails of slugs gleam inside the barrels. What do we got? Ivory spinner. Whole bunch of spiders. Spiders everywhere. Lots and lots of spiders. Oh, shit. There's a spider right there. Why don't you come over and help me with this spider?
Yeah. Got kind of stuck over here.
Oh, and I got everybody freaking...
Most inconvenient of such bad terms. I'll let Margret's fire bless this.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
I wonder if I can rest here, because I'm in kind of rough shape. Nope. No camping.
I'll see what I can find.
Just bodies. On the plus side, it seems like I mean, I'm sure it doesn't help or hurt that I have a whole bunch of guys there now.
What?
I shall be discreet.
Honestly, at this point, I just like someplace that I can rest. This is ridiculous. Oh, crap, there's a bunch of spiders.
Brave thou Philon.
Sure. Flip. Let's go.
Curses! What? There's a lesson to be taught.
Right. Let's go. Let's go. Huh?
Well, that went quickly. Oh. A spectral man arrayed in armor and an officer's cloak studies a single sheet of paper. You can see straight through it to the ducal Idaris insignias on his breastplate. He seems to read over the page several times before looking up at you. When he does, his expression is unreadable.
There's been a change of plans. Take your squad and march south all the way to the bow in the river. Bring a wagon team and a dozen barrels of pitch.
Tell me about the orders.
The instructions come from Admet Hadred himself, which means they might as well have come from the Duke. We're to burn those hut dwellers out. Set fire to the deerwood so they've nowhere to retreat. Cut them down when they come out. Or let them blaze if they won't. It'll make this even shorter than the broken stone war, all right. And we can only hope it'll discourage future conflicts. I know this is personal for you. It is for many of us. But understand, we're doing this to end this war, not to continue the last one. Remember that we're flushing out the enemy, not burning villages for sport. Bareth will have his work cut out for him tonight. Yeah.
I shall be discreet.
Alright, so this must have been barracks converted into a prison? That looks like a giant face. Which kind of awesome in its own way. Big green face. Alright, can I rest here? Yes. Yes. Take a snooze. Light a campfire. Might have to cut this off pretty quick.
Yeah.
We'll take those farmers by surprise.
Uh-oh.
Almost time. Di and Heather scouted the village last night. They're rounding up the rest of the party now. Don't worry. Everyone remembers the raid was your idea. The Rio had to go along with it after you'd gotten the rest of the clan riled up. No one wants it said that the Nine Claws were too cowardly to stand with the rest of the tribe when the foreigners desecrated our ruins.
You may not like them, but they're still our elders. For now, a dead gray tooth peers from between his lips. That was clever, drawing the support of the community first. By the time you approached the Rio, they had no choice but to support us. There's no doubt you'll join their ranks one day, so long as no farmer's pitchfork fells you tonight.
The tribes need more leaders like you. Women who value deeds over words. You were right. We were too soft when the foreigners first came, and now they humiliate us. We'll be soft no more, and the invaders will learn to leave us alone once and for all.
Steady does it.
Let's see what we got here. Looks like a weapon.
I'll get it open. Finished.
Oh. What do we got?
No. Keep away from us. Leave us!
A large liver-spotted man, barrel-chested and paunchy, cowers in the far corner of the room, his white hair tangled, a stringy mess. He covers his face and chest with trembling hands, unable to look in your direction.
Maybe we should come back later?
He looks up over his hand, the muscles around his eyes twitching, and begins whispering to himself in sharp hisses, as though having an argument. All at once he stops shaking, a sudden calmness falling over him. His head tilts forward slightly, and he looks you dead in the eye, like a cornered animal about to pounce. His voice turns suddenly raspy.
Mayor Wald isn't here, and he isn't fooled. He has sent for no callers. Be gone, deceiving spirit! Mayor Wald will speak with you, but you will maintain your distance, or you'll have me to answer to.
Oh. That's...
Come to speak to Mayor Wald? Mayor Wald, whose touch is poison? Mayor Wald, who knows not his effect?
I was told I'm a watcher and that you could tell me more about it. This sounds like every time I, and about a tablet of some worth after that. Once you two are finished, of course. Sounds like every conversation I ever have when I go to some place, like a store or something, that somebody's told me, oh yeah, go talk to these guys. They'll know exactly what they're talking about.
Window to the ether, where spirits dwell. Peer and reach into it, speak and listen through it. A watcher sees souls, reads them, knows their pasts, souls of the living, souls of the dead, an empath, and the souls see them back. Used it to help beings in both realms, did I. What the gods wanted of me, thought I. The gods put me in the world for vengeance, and I obliged. It was the gods' wishes that we protect those lands. My way was the only way to remove the foreigners. Little I knew.
I was accosted by spirits on my way here. What do they want?
No! Forgive me! Forgive me!
You seem to have lost your
Lost? No. Found more of it. Too much. Too much to bear. An awakening.
Elof's eyes narrow as he looks at the old man. How could a simple awakening have driven you to this? I mean, you remember your past lives?
Something reminds. Memories stirred. Memories before birth. Other bodies. Other times. Memory. Personality. Identity. Any might resurface. Or all.
And I seem to be having a conversation with several of them right now.
Ghosts of the mind. Meowald has lost control. Meowald's body no more.
Spirits I passed, what are they?
Spirits and not spirits. Always whispering to Meowald, reminding him of his mistakes. No sleep. Watchers see memories before them, form them from the essence of their own souls. Once Meowald awakened, he could not make them leave. Gave them more form, not less.
These spirits are memories from previous lives.
Memories, angry memories, pulling Meowald back, reminding him his mistakes. Marauder and soldier, soldier and marauder, how could they know? Oh, no, 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 no. You too. You too.
Poor man, poor man.
They will take you too.
You're saying I'll end up like you?
So fragile the Watcher's mind. So real his memories. Once awakened, how can he sleep?
If I'm awakened to a past life, how would that have happened?
You were reminded of it. Strong memories, lingering lives, they dwell near the surface, waiting to be remembered, waiting to take your mind for their own. Meowald sat at his hearth and watched his fire, watched the wood burn. Then came the memory of another fire and burning wood and screams.
Why do these past lives still trouble
My
you?
fault. All my fault. Soldier and marauder. Soldier and marauder and Meowald. No forgiveness for what's past. No undoing what's done. No sleep. No sleep for the Watcher. War there was all around. War of stone. War of tree.
War of Tree. Oh, of course. The Broken Stone War and the War of Black Trees. This was in the early period of Ideran colonization, fighting between the Deerwood colonists and the native Glenfothans, you see. But that was a long time ago. Thank you, well actually, man. You were well actually, guy. I'm glad I am traveling with you.
Death we brought to the settler men. We, the 9 claws. Claws of 9. Worse what we did to the women. For love of the gods. The gods' love. For their love. Hold her down. Head her. Give this Addie a bitch an air that belongs in Air Glodfath.
His soul is marked by flame, and those marks will never heal. His trial has broken him, but better that than to live in weakness.
The baby boy. The boy. Conceived in the raid. Conceived by force. Vessel for marauder. slain in the raid. Marauder and the boy. Marauder and soldier.
Baby conceived by the raider? What do you mean it was a vessel for
The
him?
soul. Marauder's soul. Same soul. One soul. Boy's soul. Marauder's soul. Raised in lies and vengeance. Raised to soldier. Raised for the fire. Born for the fire.
Then that was his mother I met in the keep. She told him his father was killed by the raiders.
You'll get no pity from me. The crimes of the Nine Claws clan in the last war are still unavenged. But the gods are just. They have led me here. In my father's name, every one of you will burn. Light it.
Burning his own, and why not, if they had been wicked and earned their punishment? He is weak of mind and soul. To see him cower before the flame, that should give you the measure of him. Merwald's shoulders slump. He rocks back and forth, agitated. He mutters to himself, oblivious to your presence.
Soldier and marauder, lies and vengeance, and dead villages. All dead. All dead. What for? What for? How little we know. Fragmented our memories. Stuck in time. Mindless, cruel, never far.
There must be some way to make these memories go away.
Always there. Always remembered. Can't forget. Can't unsee.
I didn't just remember. Someone caused this. They wore masks and spoke of books and keys and a queen. There was a man there. He seemed familiar to me.
Keys of lead. Books of burden. Queens that were. Known to me are they. The leaden key.
The leaden key. It seems we share an enemy axis. Assassins and watcher wakers both. They certainly keep busy.
Secrets. Secrets and deceptions and schemes. Who knows their answers? Not they. Not they. Crossed them before. Hatred of watchers, hatred and fear. Much we see. Threat to secrets.
Who's this queen they pray
Woodica,
to?
goddess, crown shattered and body burned. Binder of oaths and grudge holder. Bearer of justice. But whose?
If the leaden key caused my awakening, could they undo it?
Many secrets do they keep. Unawaken? Mayhap. Who else if not they?
You know where I can
City
find
of
them?
Defiance. Never far from the Queen.
I need to go so I can search for this man from the leaden
Sleep
key.
well. Sleep well. Hold! I know your will die. Your actions were seen. You would sooner betray us to the Adir land thieves than take orders from me. Your betrayal is for nothing. Your warnings are lost on these foreigners, and their blood will be Gallowayne's tribute this night. I have asked the elders for the honor of claiming your head as my first trophy, and they have granted it. Beg for the Seeker God to grant you a quick death.
Oh, I see where this is going. Windblight, Flameblight, and Merwald. Rebounding modifier, that kind of sucks. Rotted Lance at Merwald, I think. He's gonna attack that. He's gonna attack that.
Let's As you say.
You're currently attacking a foe with at least one defense that is much higher than the accuracy of the character attacking it. When defense is significantly above accuracy, it can be extremely difficult to score a hit and impossible to score a crit. Try to raise the attacker's accuracy or use a spell or ability that targets a different defense. Alright. Okay, so Aloth needs accuracy. Oh, okay. So that spell isn't gonna do super well. I wonder if I'm gonna lose this fight.
Feeling the strain.
Let's go!
Hey, you're not getting...
Lost my dude.
Following your lead.
There's a change in the air of the keep. What was thick and suffocating feels somehow more breathable, as though you... Did I just win? Merwald's body lies inert. You can feel his soul lingering there, uncertain. There's something unique about this soul in this place, a bond formed in decades of inhabitants and lordship that feels somehow palpable to you, as though even in death the keep knows its former master, and the former master remembers his keep. Access was granted, speaker to the restless. In your mind's eye, the bond seems to you as a frayed rope, ghostly and alive, its frayed ends writhing like tide-pool anemones, and you find that if you concentrate on it, you have the ability to manipulate its strands. Watch as Merwald's soul recedes into the floor, melding with it, spreading thin across it until one with the entire place, a silent guardian. I want to see who actually nailed him. Oh, Dare killed him. With a crit. Nice. Ah, alright, that was a kind of a brutal fight. I got stuff. So, we have Grimoire. So we can learn the spells out of it. Fireball. Now I know. Oh, 3 spells. Then I can change up my grimoire. Okay. Will work against the elements. Anything, let's see, I got Wizard's Double. I kind of like how your spell books work in this. Like, you get to learn the spell, which is cool. Like, that's very spell booky. Sickly sweet smell of rot rises from this half-eaten fruit. But you also get the ability to basically, like, you can pack the different grimoires with different combinations of spells and switch between them.
That's settled.
Yeah. I've got it. Finished.
Alright, is that all that was in there? Looks like it.
You cannot wait that older said? I don't want to discuss it.
I wonder if Aloth has anything to say to me at this point. Nope.
Following your lead.
Should I
Poor
chat with
Mayor
Kana?
Wald. He couldn't contend with all that he knew of himself. A cruel fate.
Might be mine too. It may, but Merwald knew his curse for all that he succumbed to it. Perhaps he gave you what you need to escape his fate. Let's seek out these ruins he mentioned. We may find something of use.
Huh?
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is
Wood beetle.
sea, which is not.
A couple of wood beetles. 3 wood beetles. I'll name you Beetle Bailey, and then John Paul and Ringo. Oh shit. That's not what I wanted. Not what I wanted to happen at all.
Brave.
Hey.
What?
That's it!
Has been.
Let's go. Let's go.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
Alright, so we're gonna have kobolds, Zarup in here. Healing hands. Well, I think those are gonna have to go to the priest. Ogre Shame. Aha, and that can go to Spellcaster. Three Zarup. So you can actually engage with multiple critters.
Hey.
Let's switch you back to here, and you back to here. Make sure you're on that.
Yes?
These ones are in for a walloping!
Yeah.
I'll see what I can find.
Magical barrier? Sweet. Skeletons and giant spiders. Lots of giant spiders, lots of giant spiders. Come on.
What?
Back to your... Oh, he's got his gun.
Aspect worth and wrath!
Hey.
Sure.
Laying low.
Hidden up in here. Treasure. Alright. Weathered and covered with a dull patina, this elaborately carved pillar appears far older than the surrounding structure. Oh, more spiders. Ooh, shit. Spider Queen.
Most inconvenient!
Following your lead.
Not to alarm you.
Aye?
Laying low.
Alright. This could go very poorly.
I'm stuck. Let's go.
Alright. You need to do this. You need to do something.
What?
Lava will be on seek!
Uh-oh.
Let's go.
I feel it.
Just like an adherent to go down fast. In poison.
Oh my god, I can't believe I actually killed her.
Yeah.
Oh, my guys are freaking hurt. They're bad. Alright, we need to quick save and rest. Luckily, resting in this
Margaret's
game
fire casts light in dark places.
cures just about every instance of what ails ya. Tiny spider. Hold on, I get a tiny spider pet? I can't let that go. That's too awesome. Where's my tiny spider? Compared to my giant miniature space piglet? Run around with my tiny spider for a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really tiny. Fuck that, I'm going back to my miniature giant space piglet. Which, if you are not aware of what that joke is, it's Minsk from Baldur's Gate, one of the greatest computer game, like computer RPG characters ever created. Has a pet named Boo that just takes up an inventory slot, and it's a miniature giant space hamster. Which basically makes it a regular hamster. hell? Oh, that's cool. So these are the fingers, or the head. Yeah. The fingers of those hands that were coming up through the ground. Huh. Yep, there's the thumb and the 4 fingers. Oh, that's actually quite awesome. Okay. The Endless Paths of Old Nua. So this is a place I can go? I wonder if, like, this will shortcut me to a whole bunch of...
Bit just like your breeches, scholar lad.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing. I said nothing.
Oh, it's 11 o'clock. I need to sort this out. Here, let me take a look at my journal and see what I need to do. The Old Watcher is mostly done, I think. So let's see what my actual quests are. Oh, that one's actually completed. Okay. Mayor Waldus told me I might find the leaden key in the City of Defiance in Dick Fingers. Never Far from the Queen, also in Dick Fingers. This is where I must go if I'm to track down the man who triggered my awakening. Speak with the steward in Caed Nua. Mayor Waldus is dead, and what answers he provided were short and cryptic. The steward in the Great Hall of Caed Nua appears to have been the only other sentient being in the fortress. She may be able to provide some guidance. Okay, so Kana's quest is basically go run through the ruins. Durant still just wants to chat. Go talk to this, and then I'm going to talk to Adair and see
I felt Mayor Wald's
what he's
passing.
up.
You slew him. It saddens me to hear it, but part of me is grateful to no longer have to wait and worry in darkness. This place has always known its master, long as it's had one. It has a will all its own, which has little to do with the castle and much to do with the land it's built on. It looks to you as Mayor Wald's successor now, whether you care for it or not. A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed. But in the right hands, it could be so much more. If you had only seen it in its day. Will you stay?
Your stronghold is now available. You can manage your stronghold at any time through the castle icon. Ooh, strongholds! I don't know if I'm actually that excited about a stronghold, but I've always wanted my own keep, even if it is a little cursed. And it's yours, my lord. I cannot begin to tell you how glad that is, how good it is to know that the keep is in capable hands once again. I suppose I should mention first that if you mean to travel to Defiance Bay for supplies, there's been a complication of a kind. The Eastern Barbican collapsed decades ago, and Merwell never got around to rebuilding it. The road here is a dead end. He got as far as gathering the materials before he became preoccupied. I could make arrangements to have it repaired if it is your will. When it ceased to be the previous master's will, I became powerless to do anything about it. For what am I but the master's instrument? It would take time, but far less than building another route to Defiance Bay. Okay. How do I repair it? Merwald set aside materials for the Barbican, and they are still available to you. In the future, if you wish to make further repairs to the keep, we will need coin for supplies and labor. Okay, what does being the master of Caed Nua entail? Why, there are many responsibilities involved in maintaining a keep. The extent to which you wish to get involved is entirely up to you, of course. Part of the reason I am here is to ensure that things run smoothly in your absence, provided we have been given instructions. So basically, you can play the castle building minigame as much or as little as you want. Good to know. If you instruct me on which repairs you wish to conduct next, I will make the necessary arrangements. These may take some time to finish, but each will provide you with additional resources once they are complete. Given somewhere to place them, we can hire tradesmen to provide you with supplies or ingredients. Repairing the keep will raise your prestige and draw both helpful individuals and unwelcome attention from bandits and opportunists. If we can raise the keep's security in turn, this will become less of a concern. You should know, however, that the position does come with some risk. Your name will grow in fame, and you must contend with threats to the keep. And then, there are other things. What did you mean when you said this keep was cursed? Merwald's curse was his own, a Watcher's curse, but his predecessors have not fared better. There is a presence within the keep, or rather, far beneath it. At least such has been the conclusion drawn by all who have come to this place, for what spirits still linger in the endless paths oft speak of a master below. Every effort to settle here has failed. From the time of our Adeiran colonists onward, beasts rise from the endless paths until the new lord or lady is no more. The one who dwells below this master does not tolerate rivals, it seems. I have seen from time to time intrepid explorers descend to lay claim to what answers they can, but none return. This is the force which has kept Caed Nua a barren ruin, and robbed me of my hopes. The endless paths, that, my friend, is where I must go, where we must go, if you will go with me. Whatever devils lie beneath. Think, too, what knowledge we will find. Perhaps this master speaks Adeiran? What are the endless paths? The endless paths of Caed Nua. That is the name given to the labyrinth beneath the keep. The Earl, we were warned by the Glenfothans that this site was cursed, and there is a legend attached to it. We thought at the time, though at the time we thought nothing of it. The ruins were built, it is said, by a powerful Ingwithan named Caed Nua, who had ruled there until his people turned against him. They destroyed his endless paths and filled many of the upper tunnels with soil and stone. No one living knows how far down the tunnels stretch, and few have ventured their return. There is much talk of riches and treasure. The promise of Ingwithan relics alone has drawn many fortune-seekers to their deaths, I fear. Who's the master below? I cannot say with any certainty. I believe it must be tied to the man said to have been the architect of the endless paths. The Ingwithan tyrant, Caed Nua. Some claim his spirit endures, or at least has laid a curse upon the site. I cannot imagine what remains of his work, for the ruins have been here 1,000 years or more. But what is left is impressive. The Earl certainly thought so. You must have seen, while below, the hand of the great statue of Caed Nua constructed. Perhaps it is a statue of Caed Nua himself? But am I not the master of Caed Nua? Of course you are! The keep would have no other. But the endless paths are a different thing entirely. It is unfortunate, really, that they are so closely intertwined. If the master below is not dealt with, there will always be a threat to the keep from within. I know it is much to take in, but if you would remain, if you would be lord of this place, then I can only advise you to seek out this foe before it destroys you. Sure. Time to find this queen in the city of Defiance. You must know, this queen you're looking for, Defiance Bay has no queen. The Mequins of Aedir haven't reigned here since the war. The only queen with any power there is Wotica. I am told they erected an exquisite temple in her honor there, but I was never able to see it. If you mean to go there, we can get started right away on repairing the Barbican. You need only tell me what you wish to do, and I'll make the necessary arrangements. Merwald kept a ledger, as it happens, and I have taken the liberty of updating it. You could take a look if you wish. Let me see what repairs I can make. Then we'll get underway at once. The steward's voice belies a giddy excitement. Know, my lord, that this is but the first and least of a great many undertakings. The keep supported a great many buildings and servants for many years. If you should wish it, we can repair some of the outlying structures, and these will bring you wealth and recognition, drawing people to your service. Rebuilding the defenses will keep your grounds from becoming overrun as they did under Merwald's keeping. You do not choose you need not choose all at once. I am pledged to your aid, and so long as you are master here, we shall always be linked. You need not step upon these grounds to speak with me. Wherever your travels may take you, you can make your will known to me, if you but reach out. Oh, but first, the barbecue. Alright. Upgrades to your stronghold cost money and take time to complete. Each upgrade can add security or prestige to the stronghold or add additional functionality like resting bonuses, periodic free crafting ingredients, or new stores. Okay. Alright, so let's get the barbican done. Restoring Bright Hollow will allow you to rest there. Other upgrades can unlock resting bonuses for it. I have 1,200 copper to spend. All right, so let's see what I can build. The Eastern Barbican gives me a gate out to Defiance Bay. Western Barbican bars the passage of invaders coming across the river, but I have to have the main keep. Bright Hollow will let me rest there. It's 2 prestige, no security. It's 500 copper, so that seems like the best option. Upgrading the main keep. Okay, so let's see. I need the main keep. So far, everything requires the barbican, requires a Bailey, but most things require a Warden's Lodge. Okay, so the Warden's Lodge I can do. So those are the outlying buildings, it looks like. So, I think I want Bright Hollow. And then I don't have enough money for anything else. Events occur at the stronghold as time elapses. The higher your stronghold's prestige, the more positive the events tend to be. However, high security is also important. So things will happen as I deal with the stronghold, okay? So these are upgrades. I've already dealt with that. Hirelings. Help defend my stronghold. And party management. Okay, and I have to have the barracks to recruit hirelings. Sweet. Master Below. My new steward has informed me that long ago a powerful Angwithan constructed a labyrinthine dungeon underneath Caed Nua, now known as the Endless Paths of Nua. Nua was killed by people of his time for his deeds, but the steward claims that a powerful force still dwells within the ruins. Wherever someone attempts to take possession of Caed Nua, this Master Below stirs awake and sends forth a flood of monsters to reclaim it. If I do not deal with the sinister presence, I may eventually share the same fate as the Idirans who tried to claim this land long ago. So it looks like the hollowing of the Deerwood is sort of my main quest line. Okay. The White March is the expansion. Tasks are like little things that you spot in the game. And quests are things that NPCs give you. Alright. It's kind of cool. The game creates your biography as you go. I didn't even notice this until just now. So it takes into account the selections you chose at character creation. From the Living Lands, I worked as a builder. Went on a journey to Gilded Vale. Got ill at the caravan. So this is basically the story so far. Met with Aloth. Met Adair. Met Durance. Met Kana. And then bound Merwald's spirit. I think I'm gonna go ahead and save it here, because frankly, I'm starting to fade pretty quickly. But I didn't actually expect to get this far tonight, so that's good. It's weird because this is one of those games where I feel like I've put in some time playing this, right? You know, so far. I don't know if it'll actually tell me how much playtime I have.
Margaret's fire casts light in
not what I
dark places.
Elapsed in-game time is 10 days, 19 hours, 23 minutes, 7 seconds. 16 hours in combat. I'll have to look at oh, there we go. Let's see, 28 hours into this game, and that actually, nope, it won't show the overlay on here. So yeah, 28 hours into this game, and I feel like I haven't gone like super far into it. Which I don't know how I feel about that. There's so many games that I've got that are going to take a whole bunch of time to play. Fallout 4 and Witcher 3.
Yeah.
And so far, this has been the one that's been the most compelling. Let's go ahead and save it. I'm kind of not doing the right thing, and just making a whole ass load of saves. But that's how we're gonna roll. And then I'm gonna go ahead and quit back to the main menu. Where's my options? Yes, I do want to quit now that I've saved the game. There we go. All right, well, thank you guys for watching, for checking out this Let's Play video, and be back next Thursday for yet another sit down with this game. I wish I had a more solid schedule that would let me play it more, get through this faster, just sit here and get through it, but I really don't. If you enjoy watching Let's Play videos of different stuff, of course I do this game every Thursday, and I will until I beat it. On Monday nights at 9 o'clock, I play an old game, and right now I'm going through the old Ultima series, the Avatar series. So I just completed Ultima 4 Quest of the Avatar in about 10 sessions of playing that game. So next Monday I'm going to be starting up on Ultima 5 Warriors of Destiny, which is a much larger and more complex game in terms of how to beat it. This Ultima 4 was pretty simple. Ultima 5 is going to take a little bit more time, a little more thought. And then Tuesdays is probably the most popular thing that I do, which is an actual play of a Burning Wheel tabletop RPG. I use Roll20 to play it online with my regular group. We've decided to stream the whole thing, and we're playing the Planescape campaign setting from 2nd edition D&D in using the Burning Wheel system. So there's some funny stuff going on there, but in the last session we just managed to have 3 of our 5 heroes get ambushed by a demon when they were trying to sneak up on him, and the other 2 wound up pissing off the Lady of Pain, and now we kind of left it at a cliffhanger. So if that's something that you're interested in, come check it out Tuesday nights at 7:30, pretty much every week. And then Thursdays is new games, where I'm going through Pillars of Eternity. This is part 5. I'll just keep going until we get through this game. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly enjoy the hell out of playing this game. And I will see you all next week. Take care, and thank you.